Welcome to the first of 6 Monday morning video messages. Having served as interim rabbi to Kehillah North London for 6 months in 2018, before you were joined by Cantor Tamara Wolfson, I'm pleased to be invited to carry out the same function in April and May, before the arrival of Rabbi Leah Jordan, with whom I trust Kehillah will have a long and fruitful relationship. Beginning on the 1st of April, in extraordinary circumstances that none of us could have foreseen, my initial task was simply to say hello to as many of you as I was able. And in my 80 or so telephone calls, I received a warm and generous welcome. In some cases, I may have had to leave a message, but if I have not spoken to you by now, and you have not received a message, that is only because the community records do not have an updated telephone number for you. You might wish to let Ashley, the Kehillah administrator, have your number, or call me yourself on my mobile, the number of which is widely available. Now to Tachlis. In these not more than 6-minute messages, I hope to include a brief piece of Jewish learning and a thought on a topic of current interest, and I will end by reading verses from a psalm which might provide some comfort in these trying days. Since this Monday is the 11th day of the Omer, I thought a few words about the Omer might be pertinent. Omer literally means in Hebrew a sheaf, but came specifically to refer to the offering of a cereal crop at the temple in Jerusalem. It was not unusual to make offerings of crops, fruit, birds or animals, to mark various occasions, including celebrations, when one had made a mistake, or simply to say, thank you. Some offerings were burnt at the altar, others were given to maintain the priests, and some formed part of a shared meal. Bearing in mind that the Middle East can sustain 2 spring harvests, one of barley and another of wheat, the Omer itself was understood to be a sheaf of barley which farmers would bring to the temple for a 7-week period between the festivals of Pesach, Passover, and Shavuot, weeks or Pentecost. Although Leviticus 23:9 instructs, when you enter the land which I am giving to you and reap its harvest, you shall bring the first sheaf of your harvest to the priest. Though its purpose is shrouded in mystery, rabbinic tradition perceived the Omer period symbolically and imagines the Jew reliving the march through the desert from Egypt via Sinai to Canaan, from slavery to responsibility under the 10 Commandments under law to the exercise of freedom in an ideal society. The origin of the custom of counting the Omer, which simply means declaring aloud at the evening service the formula, "Today is the 11th day, making 1 week and 4 days of the Omer." The origin of the custom of counting the Omer like this is ancient too, as is the celebration of Lag BaOmer, the 33rd day of the Omer, which will be the subject of my video message on the 11th of May. Historically, the counting of the Omer did not merit mention in liberal Jewish liturgy, although it was reintroduced into the current prayer book, Siddur Lev Chadash. More recently, liberal Jewish communities have used the Omer period and its counting to reflect on the responsibilities of freedom. See, for example, Neil James's Ascent to Sinai course with the Lions Learning Project. Others have developed other means, including daily offerings to food banks. I have selected a few verses from Psalm 27 for today's piece. Attributed like many of the Psalms to King David, the translation is my own. The Psalms are not unsurprisingly very God-centered, but if you do not like the phrase, the eternal, replace it with a choice of your own, hope, or the decency of my neighbours, or the NHS, or whatever you are comfortable with. The Eternal is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Eternal is the strength of my life. Whom could I dread? Should an army surround me, my heart will not fear. If struggle rise up against me, I will keep faith. Hear, Eternal One, when I call with my voice, and be gracious to me and answer me. I have believed and seen the goodness of the Eternal One in the land of the living. Wait for the Eternal One. Be strong and let your heart take courage. Wait for the Eternal One. Shavua Tov, have a good week and keep well. Goodbye.